Hello children, I expect you all are fine. Even I expect you all are doing some exercise because meditation and breathing exercise develop a healthy lifestyle. So we hope you and your family are safe and dealing with the current global pandemic in the best possible manner. So children, we will continue our 10th chapter, force and types of force. So children, in our last class we had completed from this lesson, that is force. No object changes its position on its own. Correct? Next one, force is necessary for making an object move. To change the direction of an object in motion or to stop it, and also to change the shape of the object, we require force. Next point, there are various types of force used in our day-to-day life activities. So children, out of all these various type of activities, we had completed muscular force, mechanical force and gravitational force. Today we are going to continue magnetic force, frictional force and electrostatic force. So children, related to all these three type of motion which one we had completed, when an action is taking place, variety of force act together. It's correct? Then force applied with the help of muscle is called muscular force. Second type of force, that is mechanical force, force applied by means of machines is called mechanical force. Third type of force is gravitational force, the force applied by the earth to pull the object towards itself is called gravitational force. Related to gravitational force, weight is the gravitational force acting on a body. Greater force must be applied to lift a greater weight, and for light weight we require light weight, and light force we require to for that gravitational force. So children, here related to remaining three force, that is magnetic force, frictional force and electrostatic force, we will complete. First one is our magnetic force. So children, here magnetic force is given, that is place a magnet on a table, take a big iron nail towards the magnet, it stick to the magnet. Now hold the magnet upright in the air away from the nail. What happens? So children, related to all this, we will see one question from our exercise, that is which force are acting when iron nail and magnet will be there. And one more question related to this one, what happens to the iron nail when the magnet is taken away from it? So children, answer for this question is, as we take the magnet away from the iron nail, it does not attract the iron nail, as magnet force or magnetic force decreases. Related to this one, magnet is unable to exert force if the nail is not placed in the range of the magnetic field. If the nails are in the magnetic field area, then only the magnetic power will attract to the nail. If we will move that iron nail or magnetic field, then both of they will be not do the their work. Why? Because magnetic field is not there in that iron nail, and because of that one, iron nail will not attract to the magnet. So children, here what we are going to see related to magnetic force. The force exerted by a magnet is called magnetic force. When the magnet will attract that object, which one is iron nail, then only we will say the force exerted to that iron nail. Now here for the iron nail and magnet or magnetic field is separated. It's apart from each other. That's why in that area of iron nail, magnetic field is not there. Because of that one, we can say magnet is unable to exert force and the nail is not placed in the range of the magnetic field. I hope related to iron nail and magnetic force you all understood properly. So children, here we will move to our next one, that is frictional force. Related to our frictional force, here question is given: when a carom piece is flicked lightly, it slides over the carom board but stops at a certain distance. So for this one, we can say that powder is sprinkled on a carom board. What happens? Because of when powder is sprinkled on a carom board, friction between the coin and the board decreases, so that the coin can be pocketed easily. So children, because of frictional force, the coins easily comes in the pocketed easily. Now next example related to frictional force. Here the ramp at a railway station has a rough surface. Listen properly. The example: the ramp at a railway station has a rough surface. Then what will happen? The rough surface of the ramp increases the friction between feet and the surface. So children, this helps us to walk on the ramp without sliding or falling. Or you can say, because of this one, this ramp surface or this rough surface, this helps us to walk on the ramp without falling. If it will be smooth, then it will chances of falling, but it is rough, that's why not possible to fall. Now next one, next question is there or related to one ball and rolling a ball. Example is given in your textbook: a ball rolling over a flat ground stops at a certain distance. Why does this happen? Of course, because of frictional force. Next, when two surfaces rub against each other, the force of friction comes into play. It always acts against the direction of motion. So children, when two surfaces rub against each other, in between both, the force of friction comes into play. it always acts against the direction of motion. Next one, when a brake is applied while riding a bicycle, it stops after running a short distance. So, how does the brake work? Between which parts is frictional produced? So, children, here this question only you can say when bicycle, related to bicycle, when brackets are applied while riding a bicycle, it stops after running a distance and why? Or you can say the same question which one is given over here. So children, here what we can say, when brackets are applied while riding a bicycle, frictional force comes to act between the tires of the bicycle and the surface, isn't it? Friction between the tires of the bicycle and the surface. Next one, this force opposes the tendency of the bicycle to stop. After that, because of all this reason, first one, the tires of the bicycle and the surface. Second one, the force opposes the tendency of the bicycle to stop. Because of this both reason, the bicycle has to overcome this force before it stops. I hope the question as well as the answer both is clear to you. So, children, here we are going to see next paragraph. Take 2 pieces of smooth paper and 2 of sandpaper and rub them against each other. What do you notice? So children, when the smooth surface can be easily rubbed against each other because the force of friction between them is less because of the surface is smooth. Therefore, frictional force also will be less. Now, in other way, while rough surface cannot be easily rubbed against each other because the force of friction between them is much greater. So, children, for rough surface, the frictional force is more, but for a smooth surface, the frictional force is less. It is possible for us to walk on the ground only because of the force of friction. If there is no friction, we would slip and fall. For example, we are very likely to slip while walking on an oily or wet floor, isn't it? Now, through the picture also you can come to know. Why is, other example, why is wooden plank laid down for pulling out a car which is stuck in mud? Because it can remove properly and in proper way through the plank, and that one is inclined plane. Because of this one, car will move properly or it will move from the mud easily. So children, suppose one more example. If you have the box and you kept that box in one place, is it moving? Your answer will be, of course, it will not move by automatically. There is a static friction until you pull or push the box. A lot of force is required to change heavier box. A lot of force is required to change the heavier box, but not so much for lighter box. In the same way, Here, a force of friction is generated between the wheel and the wooden plank laid down under the car. Hence, it can be pulled out from the mud. In short, the force of friction can either be decreased or increased as desired. If for helping more substance are there, more peoples are there, then then their idea will be more, and because of that one the force will be decrease. And if less people and the less instrument will be there, then we require more friction and more application to remove that car. So children, here we are going to continue our next force, that is electrostatic force. So related to electrostatic force, spread some piece of paper on a table. Rub a piece of thermocol or an inflated balloon against silk cloth and bring it near these pieces. What will happen? Here we are talking about static electricity force. That's why one by one, first we will see all the textbook examples. Afterward we will discuss one by one. Rub a plastic comb against your dry hair and repeat the above activity. Here also what will happen, students? Because of your hairs are dry, that's why the comb, which one is you are combing, in that also the static electricity will develop. And when you will take that comb near the bits of paper, the comb will attract that bits of paper. That means what happens in that comb? Because of your dry hair, static electricity is increased. Next one, rub a peacock feather between two pages of notebook and bring it nearby your fingers. What do you see? Next, in the above activities, the pieces of paper, hair and the peacock feathers are seen to move. Why does this happen? So children, related to this one, we can say that suppose we have our example we will give. Try to bring a rubber balloon on dry hair. What we will observe? We can see that the hair tries to stick to the balloon. Now, bring this balloon that you have rubbed on your hair close to bits of dry paper. The bits of paper stick to the balloon. So children, balloon attracting to the bits of paper when you rubbed the balloon on your hair. You created here in between both these, you created the static electricity and this force attracting the paper. So children, here related to our static electrostatic force, that is static friction, comes into play when we try to move an object at rest. Next one, sliding frictions comes into play when an object is sliding over another. Next, sliding friction is smaller than static friction. So children, when one body rolls over another body, here rolling friction comes into play. So, related to static electricity, rolling friction is smaller than the sliding friction. Next, the frictional force exerted by fluids is called drag. Let's see, suppose you want to move stationary sofa in, suppose that stationary sofa you want to move from one place to another, or you can say that stationary sofa you want to move in your living room and the sofa is really heavy. Then what will happen? Then what happens when you will give initial push only? Of course, your answer will be through our initial push, that sofa will not move only. Means on that sofa nothing happens. The sofa will not move even though you had applied more force. What does this happens? Well, your answer is static friction. The sofa is balanced between the frictional force between floor, and this force is applied to opposite direction to your force. So children, the concept of static frictional force, that reason is because of self-adjusted force. Now here, related to this force, one more force is that is unbalanced and balanced force. We will talk related to that also. That is, an object at rest stays at rest and an object in motion stays in motion with the same speed and in the same direction unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Now next one same only but balanced force. That balanced force is what? Act in opposite direction in same speed. Means both the side the speed or the balance will be same only. Suppose this side 5 kg, then other side also 5 kg. Means this one is balanced force. So children, related to our electrostatic force, static electricity is produced on material like rubber, plastic and ebonite due to friction. The force exerted by such electrically charged material is called electrostatic force. So children, related to our all this force, now we will see combined force. What do you mean by combined force? Whatever the all force we had completed, related to this, somewhere we are seeing combined force also. So children, here while an action is taking place, various types of forces act on the object in question. You might have seen a roller coaster or the juggling of a sailboat on the seashore, or maybe that magnetic force where we are applying whenever the from dustbin we want to remove the iron dust. That time also we are applying magnetic force. For example, magnets are useful for separating or for separation iron object in a junkyard. Means from that junkyard you can remove iron object with the help of magnet. A variety of forces act together in these cases. To obtain more information about all this, we have to type the word trig science in Google search on the internet. It's not necessary where you whatever the in our lesson it is given, you study that much. When other time you will see related to our trig science what the magical tricks are there related to our all this force. So children, here one fun is given. In this fun, what is given? Cut out fish shapes from colored plastic sheets. Fix a pin on one side of the fishes. What you did? You had made the fish from colored plastic sheets, and in each backside of the fish you have pin on one side of the fishes. In backside of the fishes you had you had put. Take water in a big deep plate and release the fishes in air. They will float on the water. Take a magnet and move it round over the water. What will happen, students? Because of in every fish iron nail is there. Because of that, with the help of magnet, that fishes will attract to the magnet through that iron pin. So children, in this one is one type of fun game. Now there are so many types of such type of fun games. Therefore, can you make other games like this? What makes such games possible? So children, sometimes we don't think, then also so many games are there. Which one is related to our books and related to our force, electrostatic force, magnetic force, muscular force and all that. But because of we are ignoring, that's why we don't come to know what type of forces are there. So children, whenever you are doing, think of that which type of forces are there. Now, what we have learned from this lesson. First point, which one is there? Force is required to bring about any action. Force is necessary for making an object move, to change the direction of motion and also to change the shape of an object. So children, here we will see related to this one also. One question is there. Suppose machines are oiled from time to time. Why children? Why machines are oiled? Because to reduce the friction between the parts of machines, they are oiled. This will help efficient working of machiners, or machines will be, because of to reduce the friction, we have to put oil time to time. So children, I hope this answer is clear. To reduce, machines are oiled from time to time. Then answer, to reduce the friction between the parts of machines, they are oiled. This will help efficient working of machines. Now related to this lesson, second point is, there are various type of forces such as muscular force, mechanical force. This swing machine is also mechanical force. Then gravitational force, magnetic force, frictional force and electrostatic force. So children, I hope today whatever we had learned, you all understood and you are able to complete your assignment related to this lesson. So children, read the lesson thoroughly. If any doubt is there, clear your doubt with the help of subject teacher. Stay safe, healthy and happy. God bless you. Thank you students.